What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Krystal. Welcome back to Shelbz for the Culture, the podcast where we spill the tea, break down the mess, and celebrate all things Bravo, reality TV, and pop culture. I'm your host, Shelbz, and joining me is my Bravo bestie, the Vogue featured makeup artist herself, Krystal Collins-Mitchell.
Hey.
Krystal, what is your vocal stem of the week?
Win a case.
Ooh. Classic.
Yes.
Cynthia?
Three words, lethal.
Yes.
Who knew 3 words could be so lethal?
Selling dreams to little girls. Win a case. Mine is Naughty Pine.
Oh my God, where's that from?
American Horror Story.
Oh my God, which season?
The Witches one.
Oh, Coven?
Yes.
Dang, that's a deep cut.
Yes. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, I've got Jessica Lange on the brain, and yeah, for any American Horror Story fans, I'm super excited for the new season. They're doing like another season of The Witches.
Oh, are they? Okay,
Yes.
Coven Part 2. Are we getting Angela?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful, stunning.
Yes. So we've got a packed episode today because Bravo has been working overtime. We're talking about the latest on Real Housewives of Atlanta, including the never-ending Portia versus Shamia debate, Phaedra's iconic Scotland birthday trip, K. Michelle clocking everybody's tea, and whether this cast is actually interested in resolving conflict or just walking away from it. Before we get there, though, we have some hot topics to get into. Here, Angie K of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is separated from her husband.
Yeah.
Sadly, not surprised.
Ooh,
Thoughts?
tell us why.
Well, I think the relationship became all about their businesses and their daughter. I think it's hard to juggle it all. I think they're amazing parents to their daughter Electra, but I never saw them making time for each other. And they're business partners and they're co-parents, but they're not lovers. Like they say,
not in love.
You have to keep dating your spouse.
Absolutely.
You're the married one in the room.
Yes, fresh, but I've learned that this far already. But yeah, I think that we haven't really seen them be lovers. We haven't seen them like interact and have that like that love for each other, that playfulness.
Totally.
So
it's so
I'm not
important.
surprised. And apparently, there's rumors about Sean cheating.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, so I'll be curious what Angie says is the reason for their split. I think that she strikes me as a very prideful woman.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that she would willingly divulge all of her business unless it benefited her, to be honest. And I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah.
I just think she's strategic about.
So, Krystal, there's more.
Oh, Lord.
Page 6 is reporting that Whitney Rose.
Yes, Wild Rose Beauty.
Wild Rose Beauty. Whitney and Justin Rose are living separate lives after financial strain contributed to their marriage. This is also not surprising. I feel like Whitney was already suggesting that they are in separate places in their lives. Like, he wants to be at home at this point in his life because he's older, and she wants to be outside.
Yeah.
Remember that conversation between her and Bronwyn? Yeah. So I'm not surprised. And Lisa and Meredith, both being petty patties on social media, have responded. I think Lisa posted a photo of her and John, like, I wish I could remember the caption, but it was like super petty. And Meredith was like, isn't it interesting how people who like talked about your marriage and basically.
Oh, they said the girls were projecting.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's, hey, they got their lick back. I'm not mad at them.
I wish I had the screenshot. I'm so annoyed. But in happier news, Kiarna from Real Housewives Potomac, are you ready for this?
Oh, what?
She's engaged to Greg. Greg proposed. Krystal's so underwhelmed.
Yay.
Well, this surprised me. I can admit when I'm wrong. I never thought Greg was going to make an honest woman out of Kay.
Really? I wish he wouldn't, actually. I wish he would leave her alone.
After that whole picture frame debacle.
Yeah, honestly, I can't even. I'm still embarrassed for her about that. Like, I'm sitting with that embarrassment deep in my bones.
Yes,
like,
secondhand embarrassment.
The secondhand embarrassment of watching her open that gift.
Her mama was there too, right?
Let's really go back to that moment because we all sat there in anticipation of what was gonna come out. We're thinking romance, we're thinking love, we're thinking ring, we're thinking future.
And her mom was there too, right?
I think so. In front of my mother? This is what you do?
Let's see if they make it down the aisle, child.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, I wish them some, as one of my favorite TikTokers, Josh, says, I wish them an ounce of luck. So, we'll see.
Now she can say she got a man. My man. She got a man now.
My picture frame.
Okay, so it's officially being reported that Olandra and Nick have called it quits. I know that
so many breakups.
You previously said that they've already been broken up. Do you remember saying this?
I don't remember saying
Oh my gosh, Krystal!
However,
yeah.
I'm not surprised because they never looked like they were together anyway.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Okay, because I feel like that's what you meant.
Yeah. When are they in the same room?
Okay.
Like, they're not together, babes. They did what they had to do for the show. They came out. They lasted as long as they could.
A year, apparently.
A year. I want to know what Love Island couples are still together besides Serena and Cordell. I need to know.
Yeah.
Who's still together?
They seem like the last one. And speaking of them, I have only watched the current Love Island season, but I saw a clip of Serena and Cordell, and they were basically talking about, like, Cordell joked that she didn't come to him, like she rejected him, and she was like, it was only for 3 days, and I was like, how interesting, coming off of like the whole Casey and Anaya situation where like being rejected, like I'm happy that Anaya moved on to where she's at, but that like Casey feeling not chosen the very first day, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then being a menace after that, literally after that. Yeah, no. Casey could never be Cordell because there was an episode I vividly remember from that season where Cordell and Serena were like beefing because I can't remember. Cordell was like being wishy-washy, he was going back and forth. I think that's what I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, Love Island heads. What was the tension between Serena and Cordell? But okay, so we get to the breakfast, right? Cordell's making breakfast. He brings it up to Serena. Guess what Serena does? Flips that.
Oh, I feel like
flips that plate right on him and tells him to keep going. Casey could never.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what did Cordell do? He came back the next day with breakfast. Okay, he got his woman back. He did what he had to do. Casey, you could never. Sorry, Bookie.
He doesn't have any humility, and I'm not. No. I just feel like I'm not saying like you have to humble yourself, but like sometimes you do
for love.
Yeah,
sometimes you do.
Like I feel like some men, like Pinky's husband. Didn't Pinky's husband say I humbled you? Like in that, not in that way. I just mean like. So when conflict arises, there are compromises to be made, and it is humbling to come back from certain challenges, but it does make you stronger.
Absolutely.
And it was just so interesting as somebody who doesn't know the like Serena and Cordell lore to be like, and look, he did not let that stop him from getting his lady. Like, and so many people, I don't know why this is the first thing that's popping into my head, but like Cole Sprouse and Barbara, I forget how to say her last name, but she's like a model, a Hungarian model, stunning. Like she thought he was like the water boy or something, or like a waiter. Like she like, I don't know, imagine if he let that stop them, and now they're like happily married, expecting a baby, or I think she had the baby, but it's just like a lot of better men than KC have been rejected. You got it, like
right. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so the new season of RHONY is premiering September 8th. So Krystal and I watched the trailer together right before recording this. Krystal never watched Real Housewives of New York before, but after watching the trailer, you're going to give it a go?
I'm going to give it a go. Okay. I will be tuned in. I heard lots of cursing. I saw some boobies, obviously blurred out, of course. I saw yelling, screaming, everything I love.
Wow. Snapshot right there.
Yeah, I saw they checked all the boxes I need to tune in.
So you're in. Okay, I will be watching for Jessel Tank. Like, Jessel was a slow burn for me, but I love Jessel. I'm willing to give Sai another chance. That's the one that like made the toast.
Okay.
And gave that look.
What's her business?
So my thing about Sai is I don't dislike her. I just never felt invested in her, and I'm just indifferent to her return. Like I feel like her storyline got a little muddled, and she was just always talking about how hungry she was, and that just became her shtick.
So hungry?
I know, right? But it was just like you're always talking about food.
Okay.
Like, why are we all
the food girl in the
Yeah.
group? Like, when are we eating? I'm hungry.
Well, I can get down with a girl like that. It was not that. That's fine.
Oh.
You know, it was just like
oh,
she
is
was
it like I'm hungry because I'm not
she
eating?
was shitting on like people's restaurant choices, or she was shitting on like what they were serving at their home for breakfast, or
She's like, I don't eat it at everybody's house.
mixed in with
Ooh.
where's the food? You know, like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It was
like, where's the food? But not that. Is that
and like the
food?
first time it happened is like, ooh, girl, yeah, me too. I stay hungry. Second time, okay, cute. But third, fourth, fifth, sixth, it's like, okay, girl, we get it. Goddamn, you hungry? Go, like,
yeah, bring your own.
Yes.
Bring your own snack.
like Alicia.
Right, she got her crackers.
Bring your crackers.
Yeah,
Damn.
If you don't like what the spread.
But yeah, that's the most I could say about Sai.
Okay.
That so.
Bring your crackers, Sai.
Yes. So I'm indifferent to her, but Erin is a Trumper, so I will be hate watching when she's on my screen, and
we don't like her.
it looks like my Buki Jessel gives her some smoke. I've always liked Caroline. That's who. Sorry, Carol Radziwill. Carol Radziwill. That's who that woman was yelling at on the street.
Oh.
So this
wait,
is
Karen, and she's not new, right?
She was on previous seasons.
Yeah, I remember her face.
I want to hear her speak on her connections to Jeffrey Epstein. Like it,
and
it looks like we're gonna get it. Sai is gonna ask the questions that need to be asked, apparently. And I also just feel like watching New York is just tradition. I feel like Pocahontas' daddy when he said, "These white men are dangerous. These white women are problematic, but we're locked in now. They got me before my prefrontal lobe developed, and I'm invested. And this is what you've done to me, Bravo."
You're poisoning mine.
All right, so enough about the villa one last time, because we didn't get Krystal's takes last week, and I have some questions that need answering.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So which couple did you vote for?
I voted for Anaya and Carl.
Me too!
Yes,
Sorry.
I knew. I had a feeling they were not going to win because I think Trinity and Bryce were the obvious
fan favorites.
But I said, you know what? I'm going to give them a good vote.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can have one from me.
Yes.
Okay.
And, you know, I love Brinity, and I was, like, very happy with them winning, but low-key, I feel like Anaya and Carl are going to win in life, you know?
Yeah, they really gave the love story.
Oh, and somebody else put up, like, the runner-ups, and I think, weren't Serena and Cordell runner-ups? Did they win? No, they won.
Serena and Cordell, did they win that season? Yeah, they won that season.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
They put up, like, runner-ups that, like, did very well, I guess, like, in real life. Okay, so... did you see photos of the core four post Villa getting their hair done? Like, Melanie has this pink wig installed that she got. And, no, you haven't?
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pull it up because, yeah.
I actually, you know, I saw, who did I see? What's her butt? Zack! KKK, what's her name?
Okay, so here's Melanie.
Okay, Melanie with a little pink unit on. It's cute. I like that. Yeah. She said I had to get out the villa and get me a nice little pink something.
Anaya.
Oh, wait, I can't see that.
Oh, my bad, baby. Here.
Oh, Anaya. Oh, okay. Anaya said I'm done with that curly unit that was...
Here's Trinity.
Okay, Trinity, I feel like, did she not have that hair in the...
It wasn't much of it. Like, look, she was already gorgeous, so they couldn't make too many improvements. Like,
yeah,
some, you know,
like... Oh, maybe that is her... That's
her hair was already done did, so...
With some extensions.
But it does look cute. It's a fresh do.
Yeah, you can tell it's her same hair color.
Like, it's not as much of an upgrade because she was already on, like, the top tier level, I would say, out of anybody. But yeah, Kata, I'm glad
Kata, yes, because Kata was pressing the fuck out of those clip-ins. Okay, she was every episode in the room, in the beauty room, pressing them clip-ins, girl. She was trying to make them blend hard. So I'm glad you got you some blendable hair.
Honorable mention, thoughts on Soul? I don't really care for it.
I don't care for it. I don't like that color. It's too brassy. It's too yellow.
And I was also I just feel like the short hair compliments
her short hair. She looks like a baddie with short hair. Yeah.
Okay.
But hey, they got out the villa. They got them some wig deals. They got them some hair deals.
Word.
That's low hanging fruit. Actually, that's the best. That is like the best advice coming out the villa. Go and get you a little hair deal, ladies. Okay?
I was surprised at
Even
Melanie with the
menses.
pink, which is fun.
That surprised me. I like a little fun something.
Absolutely, yeah.
Keep it going, girl, because you're a fun girl. We don't need to be bogged down and tied down.
Love to see it. I feel like you had thoughts on Casey and TT's photo shoot.
I just chuckled a little bit, and here's why I chuckled. I just am so tickled by the displays of heteronormativity, like the announcement photos you have to make for being boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, that to me is just so pageantry like. And it just reminds me that Love Island is a game. At its core, it is a game. Yes, it's about quote unquote love, but it is a game. So to watch them do these silly little things in service of this game is just so funny to me.
Yeah.
Because why are we announcing that we're boyfriend and girlfriend with a engagement photo shoot?
So Trinity signed with WME. It's the same agency that represents Lupita.
Okay.
And Jason Momoa.
Influencer roster.
So good for them. I think Trinity's gonna slay. She was already doing acting. I feel like she does have the personality to be a star. Like, the camera loved her, you know?
Absolutely.
And she has her own personality, like, to be a personality.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad she got some representation.
Yeah.
And do your thing, girl.
Yes. Should we make some predictions?
Sure.
Okay, who's gonna break up first?
Oh, okay. Are we counting Zach and Kata? Are they even together?
They are together, and Zach, they filmed a video, like, when she got her hair done, they were together, and he filmed a video recently saying he was headed back home to deal with his visa, but he plans to return.
Okay.
Well, I think they're gonna last because they're arguably the most toxic. Like, I feel like,
more.
Well, so after everything, and I wonder if she's had a chance to, like, watch the episodes, but I feel like the way the fandom went after Zach, I feel like she feels the need to protect him. And sorry for the horrible comparison, but I know that, like, Evan Rachel Wood, it was the same thing with Marilyn Manson, who was, like, 20 years older than her. I know it's not the same example, but he was a toxic relationship. And the more her friends and family were like, why him? He's not good for you. The more she was, like, clinging to him, protecting him. He warned me about this. People always misunderstand him, and it's exactly what's happening. And, like, that relationship sustained much longer, arguably, like, from her perspective, because she felt so protected.
A toxic couple loves nothing more than haters, okay? People who you can say, they love nothing more than a world is against us. Yeah. Like, framing or, like,
I see Brennity being together for a long time, and it being like, I do see them being together for at least a year, like it's arguable on what's a long time, you know, like, but I see them having, like, a solid relationship and being together for a little bit, and then, like, I do see it running its course, actually, but in a healthy way. Okay. Like, I feel like,
that's how I feel. I think they're going to split, but in a healthy way.
Yeah, they were one of the most consistently healthy couples where they explored in the villa, like, early on. Like, they both chose to explore the bombshells that came in. And then I feel like there was another, was that the only time they explored? I feel like there was another example of...
I think it was early on, and then a bit in Casa.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Exactly, yeah. Well, on Trinity's end. Yeah. You know, she tried and she was like, actually, this didn't feel right. I miss my mans. So, yeah, I see them, like... I just don't see them being endgame, but, like... new chapters, you don't need to take every relationship with new chapters, and, like, so many people have pointed out, Trinity is very young, so I don't see them being endgame.
Yeah, no.
Who's gonna go the distance?
Oh, you know, I'm rooting for Anaya and Carl.
Yeah, me too.
And that's what I'll say. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for them.
Same. Okay, so any other Villa thoughts before?
No, I mean, this season of Love Island for me as a whole, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst.
Okay.
They get somewhere in the middle. It had a few couples who, you know, they were fun to watch every week. and some chaotic people in there. I'd argue some chaotic bisexuals, but we don't know these people's sexuality.
Say name some names.
Kenzie,
name them.
Kenzie, Zach.
Melanie.
Yeah, there are some there are a lot of chaotic bisexuals on Love Island as a whole. I think they really run.
They need to greenlight that show.
Ariana Madix says she's trying to,
That's
she's
right.
You're
right.
Another bisexual. I don't know if you give chaotic though, Ariana, but yeah. So we'll see.
She could certainly host it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we've officially left the villa. It's time to head to Scotland and dive into this week's Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, Portia versus Shamia. Who do you believe?
Both of them are liars.
I know. I'm more so.
Which makes it hard.
I feel like Portia has more of a track record of being a liar. Like, I'm more primed. As much as I'm a Portia apologist, for some reason, I just flat out don't believe her.
What don't you believe her about? Specifically between Portia and Shamia.
Well,
if there is anything.
Just the dagger, the mud that she slung back after Shamia's accusation.
Okay.
Just being like, well, yo mama slept with yo daddy brother. Yeah, like, I feel like she made up. I still don't believe that Kelly was having an affair with a married man. Portia has still yet to produce receipts,
Okay.
And there is that famous example of her and Candy, like she, I don't know, she kind of reminds me of my mom a little bit, where they really do believe their own
delusion.
Yes.
Okay.
They be believing it's
They're
true.
Living in a fantasy
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think they're both liars.
Yeah. Hey, fair.
I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Is there somebody whose side you're more on?
It really does make me sad to see them. It really does make me sad to see long-term friends in general go through a rift or a rupture that it doesn't look great for them to come back from. So I think all in all, I think it's just the deterioration of that relationship really does make me go, oh. So I don't know if I'm necessarily on anyone's side.
Fair. And honestly, it's two women who are defending their mother. Like, how can you fault them for that?
Right. It's like, you're never going to win. Like, that's why it's like, don't even bring it up, because obviously I'm going to defend my mother.
Exactly.
Like, we're going to get nowhere with this because we're never going to agree on that,
Yeah. Okay, so Phaedra's birthday party. I too was surprised to see so many Black people in Scotland.
Okay, yes, they came out.
It made me want to go. Would you go to Scotland?
I would go to Scotland. Why not?
Right?
Why not? Anywhere where there are the Negroes, I will be.
Right? And, I feel like I'm into the kilts. It sounds like confident men. Any man that can put on a skirt, be it a drag queen, be it a Scots, that's a brave man.
There you go.
I like a confident man. Okay, so K. Michelle, I felt, was very dressed down, but I loved her performance.
Yeah, K. Michelle, you could tell she was in her element.
Yeah.
Like, she's got the mic in her hand. She's like, I know what to do. I know how to work a room. I know how to work a crowd,
She sure did.
Okay, I am a performer. I know how to get this thing going. We're cycling through all the tracks. Yes, happy birthday, Phaedra. She knew exactly what to do. So it was nice to see K. Michelle actually, like, come alive and be fun.
I just wish there would have been a tinge of effort towards the outfit. Just a little bit.
She was very comfy, okay?
Like, she was ready to walk around.
Right. All she needed was some house shoes.
Yes.
That's all she needed, and that could have been a lounge
and her bonnet.
Yes. That was some loungewear, girl.
So all the singers in the group got a chance to perform, and I was surprised they were going to include Portia, but maybe that's why she left. Okay,
burn. That was a burn.
Okay, so speaking of Portia leaving, how did you feel about her and the other ladies walking out once Shamia and Kelly arrived?
I just really didn't think it was all that serious.
I agree.
But you know what? I feel like Portia has to... It's a part of Portia's image. Like, she must always be the victim.
Oh!
Like, Portia loves to be a victim. Portia loves to be like, somebody did something to me and you just hurt me so bad. But you know what? I'm going to rise above. I'm going to triumph. God got me. Portia.
Ooh.
Portia, you literally be acting evil.
I didn't like it at all. Don't walk away. Fight! I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But engage with each other, please.
Yeah.
Portia's talking about growth.
I'm too grown for this. My growth journey, y'all.
That was a regression, okay? The Clerb was big enough for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, like, come on. It's so, like, it's boring.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, everyone who's, like, has this holier than thou, I'm gonna rise above.
Be the worst
mentality.
ones.
Yes, those are the most toxic people. Okay.
Yeah. As an Aries, I recently saw a post that was basically saying, like, Aries, like, are known for, like, popping off, but they get things off their chest. They exert the emotion and then they're able to move on, as opposed to other people are like carrying things around.
Right, exactly. But I mean, speaking of Shamia carrying things around,
yeah, ooh.
You know, she's been carrying that from last reunion.
Yeah, true. Okay, so the next day they split into two groups, one to the cemetery and the other to the spa. Portia accuses Shamia of trying to sabotage another trip. Do you agree?
Oh.
I guess she's referring to the last one when they were all in their swimsuits.
Oh, yeah. Dallas.
Oh my gosh, that was Dallas.
Yeah.
I just remember Shamia walking around in her swimsuit trying to show off that new booty.
Yes. I don't know if I can 100% agree with that. I think it definitely takes two to tango here. So Portia is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are engaging in some way. But I think that, and we were talking about this earlier, I think this is a textbook example of watching someone with an anxious attachment style, aka Shamia, and someone with an avoidant attachment style, aka Portia, have conflict.
Yes.
Because Shamia keeps trying to get Portia's attention. She keeps trying to do things to rile her up so that she can have a reaction. Portia is avoiding the situation as a whole. She's not giving the reaction. She's like, I'm going to rise above this. I'm higher than this. I'm not going to do this. And both of them are wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's not actually...
Thank you.
It's not moving the conflict forward, because both of them... The more Shamia comes on to Portia, the more Portia is going to run away.
Resist.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Portia catches Lauren up. Her daddy ain't never had teeth. New vocal stem.
That was a read.
Okay, what does she mean about destiny swap?
I don't know,
confused.
Portia. I don't know. Again, that's like some toxic language that like people who rise above and like,
but
you know, my angel numbers are
mentioned this when we watched it together earlier, that she was kind of projecting, like, if anything, you said it, you remember?
Yeah, if anything, it's definitely Portia who would be destiny swapping. I feel like Shamia is living the life Portia wants, the marriage, the kids, the like nuclear family, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what Portia is constantly after.
Yeah.
And so for that reason alone, I would say it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why when you were speaking this made me think of my mom, but with her most recent marriage, she stayed in it for a really long time because she had a lot of shame and another divorce, you know? And I'm not saying that's what Portia did, but I feel like she does carry shame over
absolutely.
that.
I'm sure. There's lots of social pressure. There's just like, and then divorce, no matter how the volume of people getting divorced, I know it's a lot more common now, but it's still like, you're still like a little bit of a social pariah, right? It's like you're getting divorced, like there's some sort of stain or mark on you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the perception, you know, in society's perception. Especially of divorced women. Now, divorced men, they get to gallivant and flaunt and date a woman 20 years younger than them and, you know, do all types of things. Okay,
so Kelly asked the ladies in the car, it's Cynthia, Phaedra, and Shamia's in the car as well. She basically asked them why they left, like, free Costco samples. I thought that was funny. It feels like a Shamia pile-on. Like, why is it okay for Portia to talk about her mama, but Shamia can't? And like I said, I'm a Portia apologist. Yeah, I feel like why are people picking sides? They're both participating.
Mm-hmm.
And like Shamia said, slinging mud.
Mm-hmm.
So that spot comes up short.
Very short, okay? Very.
What did you think of the dog monument with like the dog that was there for 14 years?
That was cute.
By
That's
the
very
owner's
endearing,
grave?
yes.
My dog would have never done that.
Absolutely not. My dog would never do that. The first person to come up with some pets and some treats, she would have been like, I'm going with you. I'm going with you.
I choose you, Pikachu.
Right.
Okay, so speaking of I choose you, Pikachu, that was Phaedra with that tour guide in the cemetery.
Oh, yeah. She said, let me latch on to my little Scottish babe.
Cynthia's talking head look was so regal.
Mm-hmm.
That color looked scrumdiddlyumptious
Yes.
on her. Like,
Mm-hmm.
So Pinky asked Portia why she left and took the whole club with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like Pinky and K. Michelle were singing like canaries to Portia, you know. Remember that conversation where Pinky was basically saying that Shamia's energy has changed, and I feel like she was divulging like conversations that they'd had in private, and just like not, you know, you 2 episodes ago you were hollering over it. Yeah,
I'm like, if that's my friend, if Shamia is my friend, I wouldn't. That feels like handing over important information to the enemy.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like going across enemy lines and divulging things back. I would be upset if I was Shamia. Don't be running back and telling her what my attitude was like and how you... No, bitch. You keep that to yourself. You address that with me.
Yeah.
You tell me my attitude was funky.
Yeah, Pinky, you love to talk.
Right. You love to... You love to bring people together and like, you know, have meeting of the minds and, you know, do the peacemaker. This was not peacemaker. Like, if you're going to be the peacemaker, be the peacemaker. That
which
was
I
so
love.
Messy.
But
like,
speaking of standing 10 toes down, which you wanted to tell Shamia to do earlier.
Yeah.
Like, or I guess we haven't gotten to that part yet. But I am confused by the switch up of Pinky and K. Michelle towards Shamia.
Mm-hmm.
Portia was basically saying she was willing to make peace with Shamia, and K. Michelle was like, "You lying."
She's lying.
Thank you, K. Michelle, because I
like,
was thinking the exact same thing. Portia is lying. She's trying to imply that she was cool on Shamia with Lauren on the phone, with the ladies on this failed spa day.
Mm-hmm.
She's acting like she was ready to move on, and K. Michelle was like, bullshit.
Bull honky.
Shamia and Kelly have a chat at the cemetery. She says the ladies are taking up Portia's beef with Shamia for themselves. For once, I agreed with Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in the car ride home, Phaedra says she's only had 2 relationships. Sorry, I just got you. I got too excited to talk about this. Okay, so in the car ride home, Phaedra says she's only had 2 relationships since her divorce from Apollo in 7 years. Cynthia says bullshit in her talking head. Do you agree?
You know, listen, okay, Miss Faye, she did not say how many men she's had in her bed, how many men that maybe she's gone on first dates with, you know what I'm saying? So that number could very well be higher, okay? However, she, you know, I think she was talking about maybe serious people.
Okay, no, I hear you.
Seriously dated.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear 2 as well. Like, I know that everyone has their own definition of relationship. But she's definitely had many, many friends, as my dad likes to call them.
Yes, I want to see someone with a counter go through the seasons post-Apollo, and I want us to count how many men she's brought on the show or that we've seen her around with. But I also do feel like Portia does keep her a little arm candy around, though.
Absolutely.
That is something she does.
Even just this season.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't think she's counting those, man. Those are just the arm candy that you call up when you need somebody for a scene. Yeah. You know?
All right. Okay, so let's get into Phaedra's birthday dinner. Best dressed outside of Phaedra. I thought Angela and K. Michelle had my favorite looks.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember. I think Angela, I loved.
She had
anyone who had the sparkles
Yeah.
on. There were a lot of sparkly women that night, and so I was living for all of those looks.
And then she had like the Scottish.
Yeah, I think it was green. That was cute. I loved her hair too. I loved the ponytail. I love a ponytail. You can never go wrong with a ponytail.
Okay, Ariana Grande.
Yes, give me some Ariana.
I
Snatch.
felt like Pinky tried and fell flat. Like,
as she always does.
she had a similar look as Angela, but the execution was not the same.
Yeah, she's not a fashion girl.
Portia's look is stunning. I just don't think it was the vibe for the occasion.
No.
Also, if she knew the birthday girl was going to be wearing white, I wish she would have picked a different color.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Y'all should have coordinated. Y'all should have talked. It didn't sound like y'all talked.
So Cynthia and Portia make speeches. Cynthia's like, it's been a slow burn, and talks about how resilient Phaedra is. Portia says they've been through a lot, but have the best memories. And Shamia practically chokes on her wine. And in a talking head says, is that your best friend? She wasn't even at your wedding. Shamia's definitely looking like a hater.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shamia is really she's trying to push.
Yeah.
She's trying to push.
But they're both slinging mud, but Portia has majority of the cast behind her.
That is true. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's why Shamia was trying to build some allies.
Yeah.
Because she needed some, for sure.
And I do feel like Portia was playing the reality TV game by trying to make up with Kelly in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Like,
Kelly did initiate it, I feel like.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was advantageous for both of them to make up so that it didn't seem like it was...
I don't know why I feel like Portia went out of her way to engage with Kelly and be all friendly with her.
I remember that because, they were having that little heart-to-heart. And
Kelly was talking about her
divorce
situation.
Right?
And then
it may have been Portia who let us know. Let us know who initiated that interaction.
Okay, so Portia gives Phaedra with a proclamation naming her Lady of the Glen. Thoughts on this gift?
Girl, you could have kept that. You could have got that off of Amazon or YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have somebody print that up, make an AI flyer, do whatever. That was like so. I thought it was going to be like Phaedra Parks Day or something in Scotland. Like something cool that you can celebrate every year. Or hell, buy her a star in the sky or something. You know what I'm saying? Something you can look at and see. Lady of the Glen?
Lady of the Glen.
Okay, Miss Lady of the Glen.
It's not even on Google.
You can't even Google that shit. Okay.
So K. Michelle discusses her struggles from her surgery, and discussing the cemetery was triggering for a lot of the women at the table. Drew says she hasn't gone to her dad's grave for 2 years. And, for those of that might surprise, like, I feel like I would certainly make sure that my parents are living, but I'm just saying, like, when the time comes, I feel like my family is with me wherever I go. Like, my grandmother has passed, and, like, I feel like she's with me when I'm looking at her photo, or, like, when I'm even just thinking of her, or when I'm out drinking rum on the rocks, like, cheers, Granny, So I feel like everybody has their own way of mourning. And for some people it is visiting a grave. Like, for example, my dad loves to go to his mother's grave, so I don't know. I can relate to Drew. It wasn't super surprising for someone like me to hear, where, like, funerals, graves, that's not really, like, my way to process. Like, I feel like when I go, I would love an Irish funeral, go to a bar, I got a tab, get drunk, and tell funny stories about me. Like, that's,
Okay, that's how you want to be celebrated.
Well, yes, but I think I would end up having a traditional funeral for my family just because I come from a family, and that's what we do.
Yeah, maybe we do a mix.
Yeah.
Have the repast at a bar.
I wouldn't want to rob anyone in my family of, like, their process, and I just feel like that's the family vibe, is you process at a funeral.
Yeah, and I mean, to your point though, people have all types of traditions and ways they want to be honored in their death, and I think the ultimate respect for someone's life is to honor how they would like to be treated in their death. For sure.
a bar.
Mic drop.
A round of tequila shots, the good stuff.
There you go.
Okay, so Angela ends up having to step away for a moment, and then Drew. Portia ran after Drew. She did this funny little run.
Right. She now I thought something really had happened. Like she done fell out.
Yeah.
The way you was running.
Shamia takes the opportunity to apologize to the ladies, and I agree with Pinky that Shamia is a professional apologizer now. They could create an entire montage of her apologizing. Even Kelly says Shamia needs to stop apologizing. I think that's when she said, like, stand 10 toes down.
Right. And really, Pinky and Kelly were saying the same things, but just in different fonts.
Yeah.
Like, I think that Pinky took the route of, like, that Shamia needs to take accountability and stop saying things you don't mean. And that's basically what Kelly was saying. Stand 10 toes down. If you're going to speak these things, if you're going to say it out of your mouth, stand on it.
Yep.
And let it be known that's where you stand, instead of being like, oops, sorry, like, oops. Like, you know, that's like calling somebody ugly and they being like, oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to call you ugly, but you already said it.
Yeah.
So
say it with your full
do you
chest.
mean it or not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mean what you say.
Words have meanings, and you can't necessarily take things back once you've said them. And I think that is a lesson that both of them need to learn. Yeah.
Okay, so Portia and Drew come back to the table. They sing happy birthday to Phaedra. She said she's Lady Dr. Phaedra now. So they end the episode dancing, and that's a wrap on the Scotland trip. Next time, we see K. Michelle checking Shamia, saying Shamia went really low, really fast. K. Michelle and Portia have a double date with their husband and the beard. That overly filled in beard.
It's too airbrushed.
It demands a credit every time it's on my screen.
It's right. It could start talking at this point. Like,
so,
it's so airbrushed.
The beard says he loves Portia. Thoughts?
Oh, when is this ruse gonna be over? When is this act gonna be over? I'm so tired.
I think this man is a very talented actor, and I'm glad he gets to add this acting credit to his IMDb page.
Add this to your IMDb, because you are just sitting here saying any old thing to get some screen time.
Yes,
sir. We don't want to hear all that.
I blame Portia.
Yeah, you know, Portia.
Where's Sway?
She's being a Horsha, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you want to be your Horsha, but like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's move on to Sway, please. We know how this ends.
So then we see a clip. I guess it's Halloween. Shamia is blue and Angela is vindicated. Can't wait to see.
Yes, Shamia is the Avatar and
talking to the Riddler.
Yeah, and I am so curious to know how this vindication will be served.
Yes.
I am so curious.
We're seated. Okay, so what else are you watching right now?
Ooh, what else am I watching? HBO. You know, love your programming, girl.
Same.
So I am currently watching House of the Dragon. Yes, I'm one of those. Oh my God.
I loved Game of Thrones. I feel like I've watched too many. I watched like something happened with my access with HBO, because right now I got somebody password. Okay, so I was in between passwords, and I watched like the first half of the season of The Dragons.
Yeah.
And when they got older, I watched like one episode, and then I feel like something happened with my access to HBO. And now I've just seen too many clips where I feel like I couldn't watch it. Like, it's just like I've let TikTok spoil it for me.
I think there's some stuff you probably missed.
Okay.
But it's good. It's really good. So I've been enjoying it. I've been catching up. I'm a little behind. My sister was just yelling at me yesterday. She said, you need to catch up. So that's what I will be doing this evening.
You know, I missed Love Island mostly because, like, I was chatting with my sister about it. It was so fun.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like,
it's like
with her.
A cultural zeitgeist moment. You know, like I remember being on my plane to Portugal, and we left at 10 o'clock, and you could see there was two girls in front of me. They looked like in their mid-20s trying to pull up Love Island. There was a woman sitting 2 seats away from me. She had to be in her 40s or 50s pulling up Love Island. I'm on my phone trying to pull up Love Island. And you could just see, it was just like such a cultural moment across generations. And so, yeah, I miss it for that.
I remember seeing a video of like a bride in her wedding dress, and the bridesmaid is like, "What's happening today?" And she's like, "I'm getting married." And she's like, "What else?" And she's like, "Oh, Love Island's tonight, and I'm missing it." It's like fully her wedding.
That's how it would be too. Yeah.
Well, if you were a true fan, you would have had it on a Saturday during After Sun.
Yeah, during the After Sun that I personally skip.
Well, yeah, you watch the clips on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I recently rewatched season 2 of American Horror Story.
What season is that?
That's with the nuns.
Okay.
Yes. So good. I'm also, speaking of HBO, I've been alternating between Harley Quinn, Hacks, and Adventure Time.
Ooh, I fucking love Harley Quinn. Oh my girl, it's so good. I might have to rewatch it. It's
Dude, invite me over.
Funny. Yes. Anytime you're over, we can start wherever you're at. I miss it.
Yo, I love the pilot episode. I love the whole thing.
I want another season so bad.
So,
Hacks is also great.
Speaking of shows we're obsessed with, we recently discovered we both absolutely love Hacks.
Oh.
So we have to spend a few minutes giving the show the flowers it deserves.
Absolutely.
Give me some of your favorite moments, scenes, or episodes.
Emmy Award winning for a reason. I mean, I just love the generational tension. I love the hijinks. I love the misunderstandings.
Yeah.
I love it all. Okay, there's nothing I love more than a classic diva, okay, and that's what Deborah was, a classic diva. But one thing to know about a classic diva, them bitches are mean.
Yes.
Okay, they're mean because they don't eat, okay? They don't do a lot of shit, okay? So them classic divas, they're very mean, but oh my gosh, the nostalgia. So I just loved the generational tension.
I agree. Like, I loved the positive bi representation. There's a lot of bi hate and erasure. I loved seeing the journey of their female friendship, seeing them have conversations between the two different generations. And I also feel like it's rare for Hollywood to find stories with depth for older women. Meryl Streep said the year she turned 40, she got offered several witch roles.
Oh, wow.
So a show that centers a woman over 50, short list of those. Add the female comic representation, female writer representation. There are many people who have proudly said and still don't believe that women can be funny.
Right. And I think this show just proves all of that wrong. Like, it really just, like, I feel like this show is going to be a catalyst for other people, especially women who want to write these stories, to really get in the door and do their thing. And so I think this is like a pivotal moment. I think, having Quinta Brunson writing Abbott Elementary, like all of these moments for women comedians, like, to really, to take their shine and like really, be funny because they're funny as fuck.
So I thought Hacks was groundbreaking in many ways. Brilliant writing, phenomenal actors. Like,
ensemble.
The pilot is one of my favorite episodes. And I feel like it sets up the story and the characters brilliantly. I would say one of my favorite scenes is Mrs. Table. Branzino doesn't travel well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ava being stressed out at the network was wild. That was some wild episode.
And I didn't report it because I didn't know if he gets paid a living wage.
Yes. I actually, speaking of that was around I think that was the same season that Deborah really clocked Ava for a sec. She was like, you talk all this shit. You have all these progressive values. You're so quote unquote woke, and you can't even tip the employee at the restaurant. Because
I remember
you would rather him be making a living wage.
But also, I remember she wanted to linger for a coffee, and Deborah was like, if we don't give up the table, she can't, like, get more tips. And,
exactly. Like, she can't do her thing.
So I liked any scene with Kayla.
Oh, my gosh.
I loved Ava's throuple. She was living my dream there for a second. The cruise episode.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So good. I feel like I, at least once a week, think about that scene where, like, Ava's, like, dancing to no music, like, as they're leaving the cruise. Okay, so let's chat the finale episode.
Mm-hmm.
It felt so weird and random to have Deborah want to end her life and not fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad they didn't let her go out like that.
Yeah, I was confused. I'm curious to know about that choice from the writer's room. Like,
Yeah.
what was that choice about?
There was a lack of care for DJ and her grandson. And I think it also forced me to face the fact that not everybody would want to take the chemo route and how hard it is to have to watch someone you care about make that choice.
Right. Yeah, I have so much empathy because it is such a hard choice, and no matter what you do, you could end up in the same position. You know what I'm saying? The chemo may not take, or chemo has so many side effects. You know what I'm saying? You could get sicker.
Yeah.
Just trying to heal your body, and so I could totally understand and respect people's decisions on what they want to do with their bodies.
I have people in my life who have made that decision.
And not to like make light of the situation, but I will say someone on Threads, shout out to you, whoever you are, was like, my uncle refused chemo and started doing crack again, and he's been alive and he's not dead. And I said, oh, I didn't know that was an option either. So you could do crack too. Throw that in there.
What was more believable for Hacks, that Deborah was gonna like commit suicide or do crack?
I would have thought crack. You live in Vegas, girl. They be doing all types of drugs out there.
Okay. Done it at least once.
They've been doing, they do designer shit.
A birthday.
Yeah, probably. A little birthday rock. A little birthday crack rock.
I stand 10 toes down that it didn't seem like something Deborah would do.
Very out of character.
And if you're going to take it there, you have to earn it by taking the audience on that journey. It felt rushed for the very last episode for such a brilliantly written show.
Right. And it's like we didn't even get to ponder or contend with Deborah. We didn't even get to sit with that decision with her. Yeah. It was just so pop, 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 pop. And I'm going to kill myself and let's go out the country.
Yeah. But with that said, rewatch value. I'm going back and forth between Hacks and Harley Quinn, and I'm like very happy.
Yeah. That's a great roster you got.
Little adventure time if I want some background noise. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's our show. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with us and talking all things Bravo and pop culture. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and share the podcast with your Bravo-loving friends. It really helps more people to find the show. You can keep up with me on social media, Shelbz for the Culture, and be sure to follow Krystal as well. Where can the people find you?
They can find me at krystalgemsart.mua. That's Krystal with a K, GEMS.MUA.
Ooh, until next time, remember, stay hydrated, mind your business, unless it's Bravo business. Bye, everybody.